nothing else. That's it. That's all we want.
What is the tea? The girls are fighting. No! The girls are fighting.
Check that.
Now check that, people, and welcome to episode 270 of another Everything Then Some podcast on a Talk Your Shit Tuesday. I am just Jer with.
The Lucky Laugh.
We also have our guy Mars on the switches in the
up,
background.
everybody? Happy Tuesday.
And, you know, it's Mental Health Awareness Month still. And we having a guest coming back. Another doctor sitting on the couch. Dr. Wheel is in the motherfucking building. Thank you.
Welcome.
Is it?
This is full circle. Folks. This is my first actual being a live podcast with y'all. And then from y'all, I ended up being a resident therapist for so many other people.
Really?
Wow.
Yes, I've been called to go talk all over the whole nation.
Wow.
And now I'm coming back here on mental health awareness. And I wasn't gonna do anything for mental health. I was gonna be like, I'm gonna lay low. But,
I'm gonna lay low.
But then when I got the message, when I got the bat signal, I was like,
Yeah.
I have to be here.
Oh, I like it being the bat signal. I like that.
Gotham
Okay,
needs me.
bat
I need
signal,
it.
Jer.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that we did that for you. That this did that
It means
for
a lot.
you.
It means a lot to me.
Because I have seen you on the other pods and stuff, but I didn't know the magnitude of it.
Yeah, this is what started it all. This is the chamber. This is what let the blew it out.
Ooh, the
Tell
Chamber of
'em.
Secrets.
Yeah, we've always been the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
And they still
That's
telling me stuff.
beautiful. This is why we do what we do. This is why I be picking the guests that
Yes.
I be picking. I want to have conversations with
And
people who are worth having a
meaningful
conversation
connections.
with, but who deserve the platform and the view, because we got real live, loyal viewers.
Shout out to y'all.
Like we really, really do. Our everythings are beautiful. They're
Yes.
amazing.
Shout out to our
That's the
everything.
button.
You know?
Can I just add real quick to that?
Uh-huh.
I just want to say thank you for saying that, because I've been on platforms, especially recently, where it was not my platform, and it felt terrible being there. And I hate being invited somewhere where you're not welcome. And so
And you can
thank you
feel
for
it?
inviting me and making me feel welcome.
Oh,
and also making me realize that I can be everything I know I am.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate that.
Wow. Just wow.
Oh, this is a safe space.
It is. It is a safe
For
space
sure.
over here. And we only invite people that we actually want to talk to. I ain't no seat fillers over
I
here.
love that.
Oh, yeah,
So-
that's facts. Facts are facts.
If we get distracted, y'all hear any random outbursts, random cuss words, something like that, do not judge us. We are watching the Cavs game. Look, they got to put up or shut up. So we had to watch it to support the home team. Hopefully they win, but
Let them know.
when you rest the niggas, you don't really want to win in the first place. But that's neither here nor there, and it ain't on the docket.
That was heavy.
Cavs or not, it's still going to be said.
How y'all been? What's been going on? What's new? Anything we need to talk about? Anything we need to tell each other since last Tuesday? No?
Y'all want me to go first?
Yeah, because I got to think.
You got to think.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Mother's Day.
Shout out to Mother's Day.
Oh,
Mother's
yeah.
Day did. Oh my God. Mother's Day was Sunday.
Literally a couple days ago.
So now that you know that,
Time is an
do you
illusion.
have
I
anything
be
you
trying
want
to tell y'all.
Anything you want to share?
Time is an illusion. So Mother's Day was beautiful. Shout out to all the moms. You're amazing. Y'all help make the world go round, but I don't know. Mothers are amazing. So I had already decided that all I was going to do for Mother's Day was buy my mom stainless steel trash cans, because that's what she said she wanted.
I know that's right.
Oh, wow.
So that's what I got her.
That's functional.
Them things is expensive.
I saw her open them today.
Expensive.
Uncle Fats, what up?
Hey, Uncle Fats.
They are quite nice. They are quite nice, and they motion censored. You know,
Wow.
nothing cheap for the mama. That's
I
what
know
she
that's
wanted.
right.
And so we stayed up gaming, or should I say, I stayed up gaming because after they got
Last
off,
night?
I did Saturday night.
Oh.
I stayed up and played like 2 or 3 more games while I was eating my food. You know, till 5 o'clock in the morning. Then I went to sleep.
Ooh.
And then I woke up and my sister told me it was Mother's Day and I haven't cooked for them in at least 2 months. So I
Damn.
should barbecue.
Oh wow.
And who am I to argue the facts? And it's Mother's Day. I have a fantastic mother. I have a fantastic sister. I have a fantastic best friend. Her mother is fantastic. I have aunties that are mothers. I have work moms and work aunties. Like I've always been surrounded by
Headquarter
amazing
mothers.
women.
Yeah.
I've always been surrounded by amazing women. So that's what she said she wanted. So I made it happen. It was exhausting, but I had a time and it was beautiful. I was happy that my friend pulled up with her mom and I got to listen to the 3 of them sit on the deck and talk while I'm listening to music and
Ancestral.
cooking. You know, it felt
felt
good.
good. Yeah.
It felt
It really
good.
did.
And that's what
We're
Mother's Day is
missing that in
about.
this world, though. We need that back,
Yeah.
especially culturally. We need that back.
Yes, bring back the
Cookout.
the cookouts for sure.
Look, we be cooking out. But I don't think we did any last year. I know y'all did, but I don't think we did any cookouts last year. And we usually do have 1 or 2.
Yeah, just a few.
That's enough. 1 or 2 is enough, you know?
The Democrats.
Here you go.
There you go.
So that was beautiful. Shout out to all the moms. I think that's the only thing. Oh, I linked it with my brother.
Yes.
I
Shout out
linked
to
it with my
Cam.
brother.
Shout out to Cam. Kill
on
it, Cam. Kill it.
Friday
Kill the
after I
prom.
got off work. Shout out to the little bro. He about to go to prom next Friday.
Oh,
so
that's great.
I helped him get the rest of
I
his
thought it was this
prom
Friday.
stuff.
thought it was shoot.
You know, you're not right. It is this Friday. It is this Friday.
Child,
it is this
I-
Friday. I'm sorry.
We've been
It
a
is
part of
Friday.
this now.
Y'all
we
have. It
listen
is
to
this
this.
Friday.
Like, we-
It is this Friday. It is this Friday. Y'all are absolutely
invested.
right. Y'all are invested. Come to the send off. It's from 4 to 6.
Friday.
I'll send the addy just in
Send
case.
me, yeah, drop
It's close to you.
low. Is that what they say?
Yeah, that is what they say. So I got to help him finish getting his stuff for his prom outfit. Bought him some new cologne. Cause why not introduce my little brother to cologne, same way my mother did for me.
I know that's right.
Bought him some nice sunglasses. Make sure that he has him a send off together. I can't wait to see him. I actually been waiting for this moment to be a proper big brother. To him.
Right, passage.
Yeah, so it's nice. I'm happy I got to do that. Shout out to Cam. It wasn't that great for me. It was my first without my old lady. It was
Yeah.
rough, but I'll have
And I
to
thought about
live it
that
and get through it.
as we started talking about it, and I thought about you because I also thought about my stepdad because it's
Yeah.
also his first Mother's Day without his mother. So
I saw it a lot in the timeline.
oh yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot
And I
going on.
didn't-
I don't know how to take it. I think that's why I've just been constantly unfollowing people. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
And I just
For dead moms?
I've been doing it. You
It's
not
not,
going
it's not my stress.
right, and I don't want to take. I'm so empathetic. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how I feel about my mother, and I
Yeah.
don't.
Let me appreciate what I got. I don't gotta
I
worry about
can
the
feel
outside
it. I
world.
can feel it through the phone, through the screen. Like
Well, that's
then I just sit there and cry.
Yeah.
And it's not even my battle, you know. Like I don't even know how you feel because you're going through it, not me. But
Right.
Yeah.
I feel bad,
My battle hasn't come yet.
right? And I don't, and I'm
that.
just trying to.
Yeah. Well, I
Move
mean,
it.
fighting people's battles, knowing your own war is a real another life.
Here you go. You about to get started with the Williamisms.
Here it is. There you go.
I watched last year's episode, and I'm like, man, he was dropping nothing but gems
Nothing,
and
just
knowledge,
sprinkling them.
and my goodness, like
You don't even know.
I'm just happy to be here, y'all. I'm just so present with you all.
I'm happy you're here.
Well, thank you for
sure.
being here. Mars, you got anything else, friend?
I didn't say anything.
You didn't? That was a piggyback off of.
You, yeah.
Oh shit, friend, what did you do?
Oh, what did I do?
Yeah.
So, how do I explain this? A tradition that me and my mother have for Mother's Day is I usually order a bunch of stuff, all her favorites from Red Lobster, and drop them off. I suggested this year that I take her to Red Lobster.
Nice.
Now we both have this
Black
thing
owned.
about it's black owned now. See, yeah, they're no
It
longer
is.
for last year.
Right.
It is.
I'll never forget.
Back.
There's
They-
4 in
Never
2020.
forget.
Never, hashtag never forget.
Yeah.
But so yeah, my idea was to take her and
That's nice. Got her at the house.
Yep, you heard that.
first of all, why are notifications coming up here? We just missed a call. My
It's
goodness.
Mother's Day energy.
We missed
That's
a
all.
call?
We missed a call already, y'all.
Well, that was what the notification was.
Child,
put
yeah,
these
that I
headphones
missed the call, and I don't understand why I'm getting it there. But we'll figure that out later. Call back if you are,
If you're watching and you just call back.
or I can call you back. I'll call you back.
Ooh. Reverse ID 'em. We will find you.
Oh, we're fucked.
What?
Oh, taken for.
Come on.
I'd rather be smoking weed.
I'm thinking about my week. Like, what happened? A lot happened. I'm trying to figure out what to share.
This
you
is
know?
a busy month.
Very busy, because the sun's coming out. The moss is porting north. So
Whoever called, I tried to call back.
They
Didn't answer. I'm gonna try and attempt to finish my. Oh, hold on, I lied. Welcome to the Everything and Then Some podcast. Who do we have?
Hi, this is Brittany, first time caller.
Welcome.
Brittany.
Hello. Thank you for answering.
Absolutely. I messed up.
So-
on Bluetooth.
come on,
As a
Brittany.
first time caller, I have a first time question. Hello.
Okay, what's
Friend
your
of Dr.
question?
Williams, by the way.
Okay.
Hi, it's good to see you.
So I wanted to know, how do you not feel guilty about returning to a toxic environment? I am somebody who is leaving a relationship that was controlling, and going back into another environment that can be quite toxic and controlling with my mother. I also have a small child, so I'm doing it out of necessity, and without any other options. So I wanted to know, how do I do that without feeling guilty?
Well, first off, I want to say, Brittany, thank you for being open. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for talking to me about this, because it is important to know what you're about to face. So many times in traumatic and very turbulent situations, you can't always know what's ahead of you. And the fact that you know what you're going into, it means that you can actually make precautions. And so I would love for you to make 3 non-negotiables about the things you will allow, the things you will not allow, and what are you going to be worrying about as far as enabling. So it's important to understand that you're going back to a situation that is going to challenge the new growth that you actually have grown since coming back. You are not the same person that left. So acknowledge that you have changed, you have grown, you are a mother now. Happy Mother's Day. And you are also a new woman in this. So allow yourself to say, what does this new woman need to be in this new situation? This is temporary, not permanent. So don't allow this to feel like it's going to be forever.
That was beautiful.
Thank you so much. Boundaries, it's hard for me, but that gave me some hope and encouragement.
I'm so glad. And know that boundaries are 2 things. Boundaries are barriers or bridges. So you may have allowed your boundary to be a bridge for too long, and you need to fortify it as a barrier, not a bridge. So just try that out and say, how can I make my boundary a barrier now?
Give me a tissue to throw.
What the fuck? Holy shit! Hey, that was deep.
I ain't never heard that about
I'm about to fall
Brittany.
out my chair.
Thank you. I ain't
thank
never
you.
heard that
The best
about boundaries.
Yeah.
Right. That's deep.
Or bridge too. What?
What a book. I'm reading it.
Child, thank you
I
for
got
that
it.
call in, y'all.
I still
Keep
got the
calling.
book.
Yeah.
Please.
I read the book.
Thank you
Here.
so much. I do
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you
I
so much.
carry
Brittany.
I
it
will
with me every
continue
day in my
watching.
work.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Oh, we got a new everything. Shout out to Miss Smith in the building.
That's her first time calling. Hey, Brittany.
Yes, Janaea.
Thank you.
Is that how you say it?
Aw.
Janaea the division.
That was so
That is
cute.
not division.
Oh, Lord.
That's very much Davison.
Glad help us out.
Davison, you right. Davison.
Don't burn the candle.
Don't burn the
Davison.
candle.
Ah, yes,
All right, Brittany,
relatable
did you have
content.
anything else for your friendly neighborhood Dr. Will? Or
No, I don't.
well, I
Advice
thank you.
always appreciated.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
So
Y'all have a good
much.
day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Alrighty.
He'll always.
Ooh. Big in the building. Hey, bitch, you was very well spoken.
Right. It was just so natural. We got to talk about it. It's too-
Okay, so I pose that same question. What made you do this? Like what how did you get here? Because I think that's what you guys choose to do and what you do for individuals. You know, you have to be chosen, but you have to choose to do it.
Yeah. Well, I want to make sure we didn't ruin the whole Tuesday thing because you still were going with your Tuesday.
Man, look.
I wanted to make sure.
I'm sorry. It's Fran, it's fine, right?
The energy is the guidance.
Child, me and my mother met a murderer. We'll get to that later. Go ahead.
Oh, we got to talk about that because
Yeah, go
I live
ahead.
with that one.
No, it's
I feel like
No.
I'll be here, but the murder.
no,
Okay.
and so will we.
We can pick up right where we left off as soon as you answer the question.
Yeah,
Let's
we
understand
here.
the murder.
We here with
Put a
you.
pin in it.
Right. Okay. So just how did I get to this point?
Yes, like
Realizing that I didn't have to do everything anymore. I had to go with what naturally is flowing to me. So the truth is that we are so expected to do this performance, this lifestyle of I have to get this best grade, this best job, this best thing, this best money, this best. And I realized that I was naturally a great listener. And I realized like even with music, right? I'm a listener. I listen. And so what helped me was also my own traumas too. Right? Like, unfortunately, your story is your answer.
Yeah.
And a lot of us are afraid to actually understand our story because of what it meant to us. And I tell people all the time, the more you tell your story, the less you become of it. And for me, I don't even see myself as a psychologist. I see myself as a healer, but I had to professionally be a psychologist so I could say I can heal people. Right? And unfortunately, just in Black culture, Black history, we have been doctors, we've been lawyers, we've been farmers, it's just, we didn't call it that because now we're institutionalized. Now we have to get these certain merits.
Yeah.
But our life right now, I've always been a healer. Ancestral, I've always been a healer. And so, but that also means that I had to choose to go through what a healer goes through. So my light and my positivity is just as strong as my darkness, right? And so I'm okay with being in my darkness just as much as my light. And I think that is the hardest thing, is knowing that you can be blinded by the light just as much as the dark. The light and the dark can blind you, right? And so I was able to look at myself, and now I'm okay with dealing with what I'm not. I'm okay with dealing with what I am, and I'm okay with healing, because for me, healing is a lifestyle. And so, I didn't plan on being a therapist. I didn't plan on being a psychologist. I did not plan on. I was gonna be a dentist. So if it wasn't for my failures, I would have never gotten this far. So I mean, like when I try something, I do it because I want it. And I think that's the biggest thing, is what do you want to be known for? That's the purpose question, What do you want to be known for? And if you can't answer that right now, that means that you're probably not living a life that is honest to who you actually are. Right?
How does that feel when you know that, hey, I know that there's something there, but I'm not living it? And when you come to that realization, how does that feel? Because from what you're saying, you've been through that. So how does that feel? How do you know when you're there?
you realize it's so much easier. You feel like you're achieving life because it's so natural. It's so flowing. I played 9 instruments, but I've tried 20 instruments.
Right. I know that's right.
So my thing is
Fail
that
forward.
I went with what is natural to me, right? And so I'm learning to accept what's natural in my life. And a lot of times in our lives, we're forced to perform, and we can't even just like, I have to do 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5. And it's like, well, I know you weren't working 9 to 5. You probably got done at 1 and you were just kind of idling time. What were you doing with that time?
Yeah.
Oh, I was starting my own business. I was creating my own company. I was offered a very nice salary to stay in a company, and I chose my own, right? So like, there's a moment where you have to make that fear jump, right? If you're not afraid, like I'm still afraid to be a therapist. I'm still afraid to be an owner of a company, institute. I'm still afraid, which means lets me know that I'm doing something right. Because I could have just kept it safe, been a social worker, been a case manager, and just did a 9 to 5. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Nothing.
But I knew there was something more. I knew there was something more. So I just think that it's your turn when it gets too easy, and when it gets too hard, you still love it.
Yep.
Like, and also
it.
just the way that y'all did this, like me coming up here, sitting down, everything was set up, everything was flowing, everything was peaceful, everything, you were figuring things out. You pressed live, and I was like, are we live now? I was worried, and y'all just were so comfortable and calm. Y'all are in your flow. What is your flow? What is your flow? And I think that's what makes it so special. Is like, you meet other people that are living their purpose.
Need some?
They make your job easier. Just that simple.
So, identifying one's flow. I want to keep this conversation going because they know, but other people don't even know because I realize I'm starting to re-identify my flow, I guess you could say.
Oh, have an awakening.
Yeah, I really, it's, yeah.
Let's hear about it.
Talk about it.
Let's go. Let's talk
No,
about
I can't talk about it too much, but
A little is enough.
things are, some things, my eyes are opening about some things, and I need to realign myself back to that path that I saw for myself. Before I was in the hospital fighting for my life. Because I made a decision for myself before that happened. And then that happened and I had to pivot. And that pivot has changed my life.
A whole nother direction.
But it's time for me to pivot back.
So you're having a homecoming. Yeah, come back home.
Simplify it now.
How does
Simplify
one
it.
who, since you have already experienced it, what's the best way to work through it? Because I'm pretty sure it's other people out there like me who are having a homecoming, or they done pivot and they might be in the middle of that pivot.
Yeah.
You know?
The first question I would ask you is, what fire do you feel like is chasing you? A lot of us are running from a fire. We think that fire is going to burn us, so we keep running. We keep running. We create relationships. We chase things that aren't real. We create cycles. We get codependent. We make false identities because we're afraid of this fire that's chasing you. My thing is once that fire gets to you, when you accept your truth, that fire is not going to burn you. It's going to recreate you. So my thing is, what's the fire that you feel like is going to burn you?
I don't feel like a fire is going to burn me. I feel like I'm probably running towards the fire to see if it could burn me.
So you're on the next step. So that's step 3.
Ignition.
So the first step is acknowledging there's a fire. 2 is accepting that the fire is not going to burn you. Then 3 is going towards the fire. And if you're truly going towards that, don't worry about the result. Focus on the process, because no one cares about results. No one cares that I got A's and B's and a 4.0, 4.5. Who gives a? No one cares. They just want to know: are you a therapist? Are you licensed? And can I be here? And how much? right?
That's not free yet.
It's not free.
Heavy on a how much?
Heavy on
That's
how
true.
So
Right.
if I ain't got how much, well, how do I do it then?
If I ain't got how much, that's a great question.
Right, and then hopefully I'm skilled enough to give you the resource that you need. So my thing is as you're running back, what do you want to be known for?
I have always said that I want to be known for making people happy.
So define happiness.
For me, happiness is that random laugh that you have in situations, that smile that comes on your face when you just remember some joy or you experience some joy. Happiness is freedom for me.
Okay.
And that's what like underline, it's freedom, because that's different. Like
Happiness,
that's real happiness.
Yeah.
For me personally.
Okay. So freedom is the pursuit of your happiness. Happiness is the feeling that you get for pursuing the freedom. But the thing that's holding you back is you not liberating yourself. So we need to focus on what does liberation mean for you. Liberation means that there's something that's oppressing you or holding you back or inhibiting you. And so I'm wondering, how are you working on your liberation?
I'm not. And I think that's the awakening part in my head that's starting to get that, like, it's still more work to be done. You're not finished yet. You got to do this part. You got to liberate yourself.
Yeah.
And
And the work of liberation is very hard.
it's very,
Yeah.
Oh, like you got an example in your life.
I feel like I have a few examples in my life. I have a lot of
You sharing the couch
examples in my life. Look, my best friend is one of them, but she understands the other stuff. But I don't know. I wasn't expecting the conversation to go here today, but I love it.
I would love for you to talk to your fear is an invitation for growth. Your fear is an invitation for transformation. Your fear is the awakening of your freedom. And remember, happiness is external. Joy is internal. So that's why we pursue happiness, right? But as long as you are beginning to learn what makes you feel like yourself, you'll never be wrong. It's when you stop choosing yourself is when things get hard.
Okay, I gotta get back to choosing myself. That's what oh, wait. Did we met at the Duran Bernard concert?
Who said that?
She said, "Oh, I met you at the concert, Jerry. You made my entire night." This is
Shout out to you.
Is that the twin?
Andrea. I don't know. I don't know if it's the twin or
Are
if
you a girl?
it's
Are you a
or
twin?
or if it's
Yes
the
or no?
cone girl.
Are you a weed toting girl?
I feel like it's the cone girl because we followed each other, and I told her to
And she
watch me
followed
on
you,
on a Tuesday.
Oh, look at y'all.
So I feel like that's
Wow.
definitely
Shout
her.
out to you.
So real quick, you met
right
somebody,
back to the point.
you made them smile, you gave them a memory of happiness.
Sound like
That was your purpose. And did you feel like you were doing work?
Nope.
See?
Oh,
So are you really embracing your moments? Are you embracing your process?
Jesus.
Thank you. Look at this shit. Yeah, I gotta stop. We are cutting. What?
I'm not
no,
fully.
I'm just playing.
I need you to be seen.
I'm about to mute up.
Child.
You ain't reading me like
Okay.
that
We
tonight.
want to
We
see
ain't
you.
doing that.
We want to see you.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll get back to being sane. I'll get back to being sane.
Get back to being insane.
Is somebody calling?
I thought someone called. I heard a,
Yeah,
I heard a
you heard
ring.
the bleep? I heard it too.
Oh damn! I heard none of that.
I got you.
Why I can't hear nothing?
I got the.
You
I
got
got,
your headphones
I have
on.
sensitive
no,
ears.
you
though.
see, you said.
See, he got his
That's why
on,
you-
so
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Hello, good morning, afternoon. Tuesday.
Hello.
Welcome to the Everything and Then Some podcast. Who do we have calling?
Hello. My name is Janaya.
Well, welcome.
Hi, Janaya.
That's cute.
Also a first time caller. Thank
Yes.
you.
thank you for
Yes.
calling in.
Thank you so much.
Did I say your name wrong
Of
earlier?
Yes.
I'm
you did.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I said your name wrong
Oh
earlier. I
yeah,
apologize.
yeah, that was me. It's okay.
I'm bad with names. Don't take offense to it, I promise.
Yeah, yeah.
It's okay. First, I just want to say I love this setup y'all got going on. It's really nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that.
Of course. Okay, so my question, I kind of want to piggyback off of the first caller's question a little bit. Everything is playful at this point, so I'm feeling all this. But I also have come out of a community or an environment that doesn't really resonate with me anymore, and I had to make my pivot. So I really just want to know, like, some tips or ways to cope with moving forward in the healing process while dealing with feelings of loneliness.
That's deep.
Thank you for acknowledging that you actually do feel loneliness. Because the onset goes, you feel loneliness, then you think you're alone, and then you sometimes isolate, and it can cause depressive like symptoms, and it can cycle a lot. And when you're in a transition like this, it's so important to recognize what is your actual distance and your destination, because a lot of times you just keep traveling and you get tired, right? And you build this endurance that's not healthy. And sometimes in survival, especially, you don't know when enough is enough for you. And so if you're someone that's currently creating a new environment for yourself, you have to know, where do I want to land? What does stability look like to me? And how can I make a routine in this new space? Allowing yourself to live in a new routine that honors your identity will give you the chance to make a new exploration. But right now, because you're uplifting from something, you have to know how you want to root yourself. Sometimes it's not about who you are, it's about where you are. So, just allow yourself to embrace what it's like to reroot yourself and know that you deserve it. You deserve it so much.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Take a breath, girl. Yeah.
Right. I had to breathe for you.
We're all breathing here.
My goodness.
He spoke to all of us.
My chest.
Goodness.
God
Clutching
damn.
my pearls. Clutching my steel.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to run it back and take some notes.
Yes,
I
you-
appreciate
yes,
it
please
so
do
much.
that.
subscribe and run it back.
Oh,
Would you like me
yeah.
to give you a side quest?
Ooh.
I can give you a side quest.
Oh, we love a side quest.
Okay,
He
Yeah.
I'm down
Japanese.
for the side quest.
Yeah. So I would love for you to take a piece of paper and make 3 columns. So there's one big column on the left, there's a column in the middle, and there's a column on the right. And I want you to draw on the left column what you're currently going through. And then on the right column, write the lifestyle, or draw the lifestyle that you want to have. And then in the middle column, you would draw what it would take to get from panel A to panel C. So you can draw, do colors. Sometimes I tell people not to use any words, just draw what it looks like. So you can see how you change and develop what things look like. Sometimes our problem is that we think about things, but we never vision them. And so then we lack manifestation. And so it's important to manifest the positivity of things when you're also experiencing an uplift or a rerouting. So a lot of times it's about refocusing your manifestations. I hear a song before I create it. I draw a picture before I already know the picture, what it looks like before it comes out, right? I'm in my process. So you're in your process. So do the before, the after, and then the bridge. So try that out. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Maybe you send it to me and I can analyze it for you. I'll do it for free too.
Oh my God.
That was a lot.
I'm doing the work.
You better do that side quest, sis.
Like, what's the layman's term of that? Like, really? Like,
Yeah, it's considered a narrative therapy. And I specialize in narrative therapy because I'm Black, and Black people we love a good
So-
story.
We do.
you create your own ending.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, and so like so when you tell your story, there are themes, patterns, characters, protagonists, antagonists, and this one is like a beginning thing I do. So like I can see like, where do you think you are based upon how you feel about yourself? Then panel C is like, if I gave you the power to give anything you want, what do you do? And you notice they don't even give themselves they don't give themselves homes or money. It's like, so you want this life, but you didn't even put a home in it. Why not?
Foundation.
Right? And so a home can mean foundation. Money can mean autonomy. Animals can mean security, nurturing, right? And then that bridge in that middle, it's them actually talking about what they're tangible, what they're actually capable of doing, right? Because sometimes people don't even know their own capability because they never had the capacity to be available for it.
They're beyond the means.
Exactly. And I call that overdrive. Yeah, I call that overdrive.
Yep. Beyond the means.
Oh. Yep. You're good at this, Marshall. I like this. You're good at
Oh
this.
no. I see what you. I see what you're laying down.
You know
here.
what was so amazing about that? I've always been a person where I don't like to live beyond my means. I never have, and then I took
but that's okay.
a tiptoe, and now I see like my full capabilities in a way, and it's just like, oh,
He jumped the tax bracket, y'all.
a couple of them.
Yeah,
And it's just
he
like,
being
oh,
humble, and it ain't
that's
that
a
damn
fractal.
bad over here,
That's
is
a
it?
fractal.
It's like, oh, well, no, I can't.
But you didn't need
telling
that
you.
to be what you
Yeah.
are now.
Yeah, but it's
you
just
don't
like
need
I
that.
can't, and I think I'm in there just like,
What's a raise? I am me.
Well, that's what I love about money, though. Money just makes you see who you really are, who you're really not. You know, and so you got to see who you really are, but you've always had that. You've been your potential. You just need to recognize that. You just clean your own mirror.
clean my own mirror.
It's given title.
But look, laugh.
Yeah.
Child.
Hey, she's on the
Thank you
phone.
for calling in. Look, she had to soak that in too. Thank you for calling in. We hope you
Thanks for staying
subscribe. We hope to
online.
see you next Tuesday since you are new to the Everything and Then Some podcast over here. So thank you for sharing that with us and being vulnerable with us.
Yes.
Yes, you took us to a new level.
Absolutely. Thank you for creating this platform. And also, I will be back because I know you got good taste because I was at the Duran concert too.
We're going to the next one. We're going to the next one.
We going. We gonna be there.
We're going
It's
together.
lit.
We got
It's
you.
lit. We're gonna need t-shirts for when we go. So they know. It's
Yeah,
lit.
t-shirt.
That's so good.
All right. So I guess we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
All
baby.
right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. We love you.
And that was Homegirl.
Homegirl.
That was not on the phone.
Not on the phone.
Not on the phone, but in the comments. That
The
was
other one in the
Homegirl.
comments is
Yeah.
Homegirl.
Bigatron said that's why he's nominated for all the mental health awards. And he is.
And he better be winning them.
And he
'Cause
is.
What?
The funny thing is, I'm not winning them.
I'd have
This is
lost my
funny.
Kleenex.
That's weird.
I need my
No,
Kleenex.
there's a reason for
That's
that.
the-
though. But
It's a reason.
purpose.
Those are
Look.
lost.
There's a purpose to it, though.
We understand. We
beautiful.
don't win any
You
other
gotta
awards
find them.
also. And you can't tell us that, look, ain't nobody else having people like this. A lot of them aren't even comfortable
We already
having
said in the
conversations.
beginning. We said this
They
gotta
don't
be-
even want to invite you in their seat to be honest because, it is what it is. But
pull back the waters. You see who's swimming naked.
at least you are nominated.
Yeah, and I think that's the beautiful thing is being nominated lets me know that I am being watched. I don't need the trophy. I need to know that people do see me, right? And that's enough validation.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? And that's what's beautiful about it.
Yes,
I don't really tell people what I actually do, and then they just know that I'm a healer and I play music, but they don't know the depth of what I've actually done in the healing community.
You do everything.
Yeah.
And then some.
It's hard to say it, but somebody got to say it for you.
Well,
It speaks for itself. It works and speaks for
You're
itself.
not what you call yourself. You are what people call you. And I'm
love
pretty
that.
sure most of the time
Yeah.
people say you're healing
Yeah.
through conversation.
Did you see that?
like I just say he will. So, let's talk about this music because you got a new album
Yes.
that's about to
it's-
come out that y'all are working on. Huh? Is this
It's amazing.
okay?
I can't say the name yet. The band said I can't say the
that
name yet.
was the next question. I want to know the name.
Wait,
of it.
I gotta ask.
Ask him.
I'm gonna ask him real quick.
We love an
I'm
exclusive.
gonna ask them real
Yeah.
quick. I just
We
feel
love
like,
an
We
exclusive.
are the home of
It's-
exclusives.
Yes.
We love an exclusive.
Yes,
over
okay.
here.
Because we're gonna say it until we did our festival at Nelson Ledges at the end of the month.
Oh, nice.
So I was
Nice
gonna
festival.
do that.
It's coming out on May 30th.
Yes,
That's exciting.
I'm really excited about this though. because this album is, I mean, this EP is a little deeper than what I intended, and the story behind it is actually, there's a song on there that I actually wrote. Kyle, hey, can I tell the album name? I'm on the podcast right now. All right, thank you. Great. All right.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
So the album title is Unnatural History, and it's an ode to how the brass band kind of got together based upon so we've been a brass band for almost 10 years, but we've been publicly for about 3 years.
Oh wow.
So people really don't know, like this has been like a baby for me. So like we've been really grinding hard publicly in the open for about 3 to 5 years, if that. And the songs on this EP are like our next wave of music and sound. So it's like a little hardcore, a little more funky, a little more
tambourine.
There's actually a lot of percussion on this one.
Because you said brass.
Yeah, I mean it's all brass, but 10 piece brass band. Two trombones, 3 trumpets, 2 saxes, tuba, and 2 drums. So, and there's a song on there called Sandman, which is a song that I created, and it was about depression and actually a story of my life. And so it's a really hard story. The lyrics are really about just what it's like going through this dysphoria of knowing that something is chasing you, right? Mental illness is always something that's chasing you. It's always something that's following you. And what do you do when it gets you? So it's called The Sandman. You try to whistle, right? So it's a lot. I'm actually singing too, which is weird. It's weird I'm singing on it. I don't like to sing.
I was about to say, I'm like, who's singing? Because when you said lyrics, I'm like, okay,
I don't like to sing.
Who's singing?
I don't like to sing, but
you whistle.
Well, why not?
It was a lot. And I was going through a really hard time when we made it. I was going through a hard time in my life, in my marriage, just really trying to figure out how to find peace in my life. And so that's like, I'm gonna make a music video of it too, I think.
Okay.
But I think it's like,
there's some visuals.
This is kind of like, this EP is kind of like a closing sound for us, because this next wave that we're doing is a completely different way. So this is like a closing EP
the evolution.
for us.
So you just not becoming comfortable?
Not comfortable. I think I'm accepting what's about to happen.
Okay.
Yeah. It's that acceptance reality, right? Like,
yeah.
Accepting that I'm surrendering to the next stage of our growth. And as a band, we're now being considered more of a festival band, which is completely different. Yeah. So, playing at Nelson Ledges and then like playing for these festivals coming up, we're investing our money into our actual equipment, our gear, because it's like, what else are we going to do?
What sparked that change?
The nice answer is, time. The reality is you can't let shit slide.
So that's the bad part of the answer?
It could go more, but I think that's where it's at. You just can't let shit slide anymore.
You gave a skill.
And like at some point in your life, you can't allow yourself to be played. You can't allow yourself to ignore shit anymore. You can't allow people to think that they can control, manipulate, change your heart. For me, music is no more than just sound. It's a way of life for me. And I take sound as I trauma bonded with my music, and then I healed, and then I love music in a whole nother way. So for me, it's not just playing notes. It's a way of life. You understand that? You know what I mean? And so when you mess up the pace of my heart, the way my passion is, you see me on stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I put everything out. Whether I'm playing at a bar mitzvah, a birthday cake party, whether I'm playing on 9th Street,
kicking it with Kenny.
It don't matter, right? It's
the whistle.
I'm gonna give you everything I am. I'm gonna give you everything I am, because on stage it's a privilege, and for me, it's a moment where I have your full undivided attention, which means I need to be fully undivided in myself. And so this album is a closure of being like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. We're healing as a band. We're not just band members, we're a family now. And it took a long time to get there. And so we're recovering ourselves as a band right now. So that's why I'm okay with talking about the hardship of this, and it hurts me a lot. So I'll probably cry for a couple of days when the album comes out. But I know that this was necessary, and you can't let shit slide that's not healthy to you anymore.
You can't let shit slide.
You can't.
Child,
When it comes to your health, you're a priority.
Yeah, you got. We've been doing this thing where after we rewatch, or even just in real time right now, like when we hear like a title, like we'll just rename the whole thing.
Oh wow!
And you definitely said like 2.
Multiples.
Yeah, at least 2.
It's hard to pick.
Wow! I can't wait to hear what it is. I can't wait.
Man,
I mean, you'll see.
You'll see it.
Yeah. I just, ooh, baby. I knew, but I didn't know. But I'm happy that we are here because you came during July, so you got to be just Will, and now you're Dr. Will.
Yeah.
And this is
Everything's changed.
Yeah,
Everything has changed.
I can tell.
Yeah, my focus.
I can feel it.
Yeah. I'm not worried about what people think or what it looks like and what is my healing philosophy. And it's like, I'm just being transparent with all of you.
Absolutely.
Right? I chose to be $400,000 in debt to be here, to say this, to do this. I was awake when everybody was sleeping. I gained over 60 pounds. I was unhealthy. I was impulsive. I was not my best self. And I have to create a change. I had to run back through my fire and allow that to happen. Right? I'm burning too. So I'll see you in the fire too. And once I'm done, you'll see me, I'm gonna see you.
Yeah.
But you are so worth it. We're worth it. We're all worth it.
We're all worth it.
And people try to take that away from you every single fucking day. I'm not going to allow my mind to be destroyed. I'm not going to allow my heart to be suffocated. I'm not going to allow my lungs to be taken away. No one's going to take my breath anymore.
Oof.
And so for me, it's one of those moments where you have to choose. Your healing needs you. Right? And so
Ooh, I never heard that. I never heard that.
You know, we need that.
Your feelings need you.
And so for me, it's like, it's time to take control of that. Especially in this world right now, the way we're in a psychological warfare right now. We're in a psychological war right now. We don't even realize that.
We don't.
So we have to reset. And that's what my healing philosophy is all about. It's about resetting. The name of the healing philosophy is reset. So it's just time. It's time to take our lives back, take our moments back, take our relationships back, accept that we have not been the best, but we need to be our healthiest. Don't worry about being the best anymore. What does it mean to be the healthiest for you? And you're not going to get it right. But the fact that you're trying is enough. So, I'm just happy that we can sit here and talk about this. If I can talk about it at my level, I was not the perfect William, right? So I don't expect anybody to be perfect. So
I don't believe it.
Yeah. So, that's what I'm saying. That grace is real, so.
Grace is a beautiful thing. Grace is a beautiful.
You can't show me grace.
No. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
You can't show me fucking grace.
I don't know, because he showed Joe a lot of grace.
He always showed Joe grace because, never mind.
He got control of his money. He writing him a check. Cause
He's getting some dividends.
I don't care. A nigga tell me that they'd blow my mother on his couch.
That shit was funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, I would never tell you that because I know how much your mother means to you. And you know how much mothers in general mean to me. I would never tell you that. But I thought it was funny. It was fucked up, but it was funny. He's like, I'll blow your mother all over this couch.
I mean,
nigga.
I am king of funniest funny. So I guess I'll give you that in an aspect. But we actually have something on a docket that aligns with that funniest funny and why I've been keeping stuff to myself.
Who died?
So a quick thoughts and prayers. Nobody died except for the people who die every day, B. So thoughts
people
and prayers
day,
and RIPs to you, but thoughts and prayers. That's so Raven dad. He got cancer.
He was a good TV dad.
He was.
He was a good TV dad.
Pancreatitis.
So, well,
That's not cancer.
I was about to say,
It's not?
You gotta go to 42.
it's not.
42.
It's not cancer.
Oh, okay. What
So,
is it? Teach us,
Dallas.
cause she know.
I feel like you being shady right now, and I'm trying not to take it that way. So yes, I've had acute pancreatitis before.
Oh, I was just saying it in the sense of you are a trained and went to medical school
okay.
and stuff.
Clean it
I didn't
up.
even think of that.
Clean it up.
I didn't
Because
even think of that. I really
Okay.
didn't.
Okay. We're moving on from here. 'Cause
Well, I'm glad that you said that just because my father died of pancreatitis. So
Pancreatitis?
Pancreatitis, yeah. So he died when I was 16. And literally that changed my entire world because he was okay one day and then 3 days later he didn't make it.
Yeah.
And then my brother became a physician as well. And he looked at the records and was like, he's been treating people now with it.
Yeah.
And he's like been saving their lives. And he's
Right.
like, why couldn't they save my dad's life?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sorry you went through that.
I've been through worse. I had pulmonary embolism, pancreatitis. I mean, it's painful. Don't get me wrong, but like once you know what caused it, you have to make the changes. Like let's call it a spade a spade.
So what is
right?
it?
Hey.
What does it feel like?
What does it feel like? The worst pain I've ever been in my entire fucking life, and I've had the worst menstrual cramps ever growing up. This shit is 8 times as bad at minimum. And I only had the acute one. It's like no matter the way that you move, there's no relief. It's right here. It's all right here. It feels like you have like something stuck here. But then it won't pass. Like, you know how you have a gas bubble or something? It's like that, but just it hurts so fucking bad. And you can't find any relief. You can take Tylenol. That shit ain't gonna touch it. Nothing touches it.
Okay.
Wow.
But I know how I got it.
Really?
Wait, so it's something you can
Contract?
Yeah. No, it's something you can get.
from somebody else or
No,
like from eating them?
from the cup, baby.
Oh, from drinking.
Yes.
Okay.
And so what I know is when I go on vacations and stuff like that, and I don't really get it while I go on vacations or anything like that. And I only say get it because what I found out is that I've had it multiple times before. It's just one time it was so bad I actually went to the hospital, and now I know what it is. Now I know how it came about. You got to go to the doctor, flat out.
Yeah.
And so it was like, oh, it's just acute. I'm like, this is acute, nigga.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing cute about this. Ain't nothing acute about this. I felt like I was dying. It was like, oh, well, we'll just give you. And that's the other thing. When you find out what they do to treat you, because it's not, they don't really do anything.
Right.
Tylenol.
They give you Tylenol and they give you fluids.
What?
Whoop de fucking do.
Tylenol and
Wow.
liquid.
I could have drank
Sage.
some Gatorade
Right.
and
stay
take
on-
some Aleve at home. Like,
Right. And kept it moving.
Right.
and so, but again, now that I know, and now that I know what causes it, I cut back on a lot of shit. That's why sometimes I don't do a lot of mixed drinks. It's always the fucking mixed drinks. It's always the mixed ones. I don't know what it is, but that's why I don't mix my stuff.
Right.
Sugar.
Just give me straight to the point.
Right.
I don't want all that filler, because then she gonna have a problem. So cool. I can feel when it's coming on. When I eat too many fried foods in like conjunction with that.
Yeah.
Like that's why
Just does
sometimes,
that, yeah.
oh, I just want some salmon. Oh, I just want a salad. Oh, I'm just gonna eat this. I'm just gonna eat that. But all that Wendy's and McDonald's and Rallies, because I love
rallies.
I love fast food.
Psoriasis fries. That's what I call them.
Yes, the
Man,
psoriasis
them
fries.
fries so motherfucking
my
good.
God.
Still go to
Best fries on the planet.
They have not
Still.
changed.
Arby's-
They never changed the recipe.
Arby's curly fries is number 2, but Rallies fries are number 1 to
Yeah,
me.
completely.
But yeah,
agree.
when I know the cocktail that concocts that, I stay away from all of that.
Yeah. Wow.
And while I say that, because as soon as I read it and as soon as you sent it to me, I'm like, I already know. Like and I can see it in his face. I can see it.
in the whole hospital bed. This is severe.
Yeah.
Is it something that you can bounce back from when it hit that severe, or is it just one of those things they just?
I didn't know
maintain
that
it,
you
see
can
up
die
outta
from
here?
it. I think
Yeah.
that's my thing.
Yeah. His was terrible. Like it was happening for so long. It was like he fought it for like 4 days.
Yeah, and that's how long it takes. It takes fucking days.
Yeah.
You lose weight, like you can barely eat. I'm telling you, it's terrible. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm like, I'll have you babysitting. You goddamn right, I'm babysitting my drink because I know what I'm doing, fam.
Right, you know your body.
Yes, I know. This is my body. Like, I'll
When you know, you know.
And
You
there's
know
some
better,
people
you
that
do
don't.
better.
Yeah.
There's so many people that don't know their body,
Yeah.
and that's the hardest thing about this whole thing is that like people don't know their body. They're so disconnected. Their mind, their body, and then their connection is so in two different places. Let's just get back to like, do you feel your hands? Do you feel what's on the inside? Do you feel your?
Yes.
People are so disconnected today.
Yeah, like you should know.
Like I'm getting vitiligo in certain places.
Really. And then you watch. Now you're watching.
I'm watching it in real time.
Exactly.
Like I inspect my body every single day.
Yeah.
I'm getting new freckles on my face. I'm like, what is this? Like,
And that's it. And that even that mindset though. Now you're being more aware. You're more conscious of that. And it's like now your mind is like, what's next? What's the next thing? What's the next thing?
What is next? What is X?
What is X? What is X? So also on thoughts and prayers, this is why I've been very Tory Lanez. He may or may not have been stabbed 14 times. I know 14. I know he has at least been stabbed once because that's what TMZ reported, and they said it was non-life.
Tory's page said 14.
His page said.
So this is
He already getting started.
No, this is where I've been showing grace, like I always do.
I'm about to mute up.
Because I'm adult. But it's one of those things where I have to also call a spade a spade. And you were antagonizing a young lady who
done.
had proof that stuff happened to her. I don't care. You can mute yourself up.
I can't fucking do this today.
You're
not
him
gonna
and
say
his team were out here saying we need proof of X, Y, and Z, and we need this and we need that, and the only thing we have for him is an IG post, and we're just supposed to go with it. Because before him and his team released that he may or may not have been stabbed 14 times and 2 deflated lungs, it was just reported that he was stabbed, non-life-threatening injuries. So I show him grace by saying thoughts and prayers, because I'm one of those people, I don't think anybody should be out here causing anybody harm. I don't want anybody out here dead, but it's extremely hard for me to show him grace when you were out here making videos, cutting up horses in reference to young ladies, and we had the proof. We had the doctors. We had the X-ray footage of showing that X, Y, and Z happened to her, and we don't have any of that with you. And I'll leave it there. Y'all can cook how y'all want to cook.
He was stabbed 17 times.
In jail. Where do you think you gonna get these?
How we
How do
know?
you know?
He did.
First the fuck of all, Jerry.
Let's stab you
how
and
do we
then
know?
erase the tape.
No, I got it.
He went to a hospital outside of that prison.
Jerry. Yes, because
jail to a
prison
hospital.
is not a hospital.
That means you've been
Jerry.
stabbed.
Let's
Right.
start there.
We
That's
can't-
number
we
one.
can't
Hold
shoot you
on. You do know that us getting medical records of Meg's situation is a privilege. I don't know where else you think that you're going to see medical records of anybody, whatever. That is what, first the fuck of all,
Shrapnel.
was weird to me. I'm like, what are these medical records for?
Proof because people was out here dragging
cover
my
up.
Nobody
lie.
else ever had to get
To
proof.
cover a lie.
You think when somebody else got shot, did we see Tupac's medical records? No, nigga.
dead.
Yep.
And we still didn't see the medical records.
He's dead. So what does it matter?
No,
Dead.
did we see the
does matter,
autopsy?
'cause
No,
it's
it
talking
doesn't.
about-
No, it doesn't. He's dead. It don't matter.
Stop,
But it
Jerry.
matters when I'm
Jerry.
alive and I'm out here
You're
going through
complaining.
X, Y, and Z
Complaining.
because I'm not.
Complainer.
I'm not. He's
Complainer.
dead.
Can you let me talk?
Yep.
Cool. So, who else have you seen their medical records, Jerry?
Alive people.
Who else have you seen their medical records on fucking social media, Jerry?
alive people.
Who?
I don't need to know their names.
Who?
I've seen it.
Who?
Especially when we all know I don't care
I don't
about
give a
names.
fuck about dudes
Especially when I
that
don't
got
care
the
about
flu down the
names.
fucking street. Who,
Okay.
as a celebrity, have
I
you
don't care
seen
nothing
their
about
medical
that.
records?
St. Clair
Down the
don't
street.
count. 79 don't count.
None of that shit
Even with
counts.
Michael,
I don't even
even with
operate
Michael, it
with
was
those
someone
people.
they
Come
said it
on
with. They
now.
never saw the actual
What
individual.
celebrity have you seen their medical records, Jerry?
I've
Prince.
seen it.
We didn't even see Princess, and that shit is
No, we
still
didn't.
that shit is still up in the
We
air. Did you
didn't.
see
Yep.
that new
Yep.
conspiracy?
So-
Exactly.
Giving
Yeah,
AI
please.
because the blood vessels in the veins under the skin does not give.
If you get shot, you
Human
get shot.
life.
You ain't got to post medical records.
So let me
my
just
nigga.
ask this then.
Oh,
And she know that because she fucking graduated with bachelors in the same shit that I got.
So what is it that?
You do it when you hide shit. I'm tired of this shit.
So what are you trying to defend, and what are you actually upset about?
I'm not defending anything.
What?
My stance
Didn't he start
is
defensive? Am I tripping?
a
No,
stance
my-
is the defense.
shut up. My stance
No.
is my
Okay.
stance is very much of I respect thoughts and prayers to him because he got stabbed. But I'm not going outside of that because nigga, you was out here.
I don't think that has anything to do with him
For
getting
you.
stabbed.
And then what?
For you.
Then what's your stance on this? Like what's your?
Why
so
bring
is
it back to that? This has nothing to do with the shooting. Why does it always go, when it comes to Tory, it always goes back to Meg? For what? Why?
Why is
He
Meg-
got
wh- wh-
stabbed in prison, period.
So why
You
is- Mm-hmm.
not, hold on. Here's the other thing. You keep trying to tell me he's not in prison because of Meg. And why
He's
I...
not.
Okay, let me talk, Jerry. Please.
That's why he got stabbed.
I am on... Oh
For
my
outside
fucking
shit.
God.
Did I finish?
You keep saying that she ain't the reason that he's in jail. And while I do understand that, let's keep it fucking separate. She should not be brought up just because he got stabbed in prison. That's what I'm saying. You keep bringing her up. Nobody said anything.
That's the only excuse.
I didn't even say anything. I didn't even blame Meg because he got stabbed
It's the
14
only
times. I didn't even
defense.
do that.
Yeah.
But he's
defense.
already defensive about it. What the fuck are we talking about?
He was a free lawyer. He got to defend.
My thing is
Uh-oh.
Stop
Sorry.
bringing up Meg.
but this so
Until I get my motherfucking tequila, Meg, you will never be talked about over here.
It's been 2 months.
It's been 1 week since she looked at me.
I didn't say her name. I know. However, that's just me being petty.
Holy fucking
However, I started off with my,
My
point
lip
of
is
view.
quivering right now.
I started
Yes,
off
yes.
with my point of view of why I'm just leaving it at X, Y, and Z. So that's why I brought up. So context matters.
That's not X, Y, and Z. You added A, B, and C too.
so my thing
I'm
is
sorry that you don't like my answer, but it's the truth.
it's
but it's
bullshit.
not. But it really sounds
you.
like.
she shouldn't be brought up.
But hold
you.
on,
Moving on. Beautiful
So what
gowns.
it
So
sounds like-
Beautiful gowns and missing tequila.
But, see, but the issue is that it seems like there's like this like forever chain that Meg's life is always gonna be connected to Tory because of what Tory's going through.
At this point, they won't let it go.
So just it's like in 20 years, it's still gonna be connected to Tory somehow, right?
Like
And
Rihanna
so-
and Chris Brown.
But
Exactly.
see, but the thing is though,
It's
no,
an
no, no, no,
evolution.
no, it's not going to be like that because Chris Brown is getting his freedom. Rihanna's
Yeah.
finding her path as a mother and all these other things. They're
They're
both
the
lit-
end stage.
right, but they have successful careers on their own.
Ooh.
This is not that.
It's like literally
Tory
one
need
can't be
clout.
mentioned without the other. It's
Right.
They
fucking
need the
weird.
clout.
And it's sad because a lot of women in our society are only as famous as the problem they go through with men sometimes, right?
Facts.
And not the music that they make.
Right, like I'm not trying to be funny, but like the Will Smith and Jada, right? Like Jada's well accomplished, amazing person on her own accord. Will's like they have their own separate lives, and so we don't have to focus on them together, right? But it always seems that it's always an attack on her. But even though they have their own careers, but Meg and Tory is never going to be the same thing because it was created in chaos. There was never any stability. There was never any foundation in the relationship. Yet Meg is still taking the blunt of what Tory has done.
And these are facts.
So that's what I'm saying. Rihanna and Chris, we won't think about that in 20 years. We're not going to think about Will and Jada in 20 years.
For me, that's why I didn't bring her name up, but I brought reference of her up. She knows how I feel, but I didn't bring her name up because this is real. The man got stabbed, regardless if it was once or 14 times.
So thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. But this is talk your shit too.
No,
much.
there's no but,
There's
nigga.
no but.
My
But-
God.
but-
I can
It's
but whatever I want, but it is talk your shit Tuesday, and I can add context if I want to. And it's talk your shit
Transitional.
Tuesday, and I can add context about anything that I want to add context about.
So my question would be, what's the connection between? Why does Meg have to validate your thoughts and prayers?
She doesn't,
So why does it need to be mentioned?
because I felt like it.
So that sounds like a personal
It
transgression.
is. It's talk your shit Tuesday.
And that's
It
what
gets
you're
the
upset
people
about. Is why you
going.
bring
Oh
this
no,
in.
I'm not upset.
Oh,
What it is, don't do that.
sound like it.
No, you sounded like you
Thoughts
doing
and
it. What the
prayers.
fuck? I'm not the only one that sounds upset.
He doing it. He doing it.
It's talk your shit
He
Tuesday.
doing the thing
doing
again.
talk your
He
shit
doing that thing
Tuesday.
again.
What's that thing I do?
The thing you
It sounds
do.
passive aggressive.
get the people
It sounds passive
It
aggressive.
gets the people going.
Oh,
It
so
gets
you admit
the people.
Have I ever lied about?
Don't chase the
nothing
rabbit.
on a Talk
Don't
Your
chase the
Shit
rabbit.
Tuesday?
No, you
can't
Have
chase
I
the
ever
rabbit.
lied about it?
Never.
What are we talking
No.
about?
Okay.
So he's saying, why be surprised?
Mm.
Eh.
You know why I'm surprised? Because what we've been seeing are reports of Tory doing good in the prison walls, right? We seen him
Contraband.
pay for lawyers for some of them niggas in there. Let's start there. He's still dropping albums.
That's why he got stabbed.
Well, that's the other thing. How
Who's
who's stabbing you?
Albums in jail?
I mean, so is R.
They
Kelly.
ever stab
So,
you? Your
How-
currency
but
cigarette.
He's not
but
supposed to be.
hold on. This
He ain't
this
supposed to be
is-
recording
they
music
doing it.
over
Okay,
the
fine.
TV
Okay,
phone.
fine.
Niggas
Okay,
listening
fine.
to work.
Okay, fine. But
Right,
hold
right,
on.
right.
Hold on.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Hold on. Let me get my point across. If I know that you to be doing this good around your prisoner friends, the people you met in here,
in
you
Med
know,
Lifestyle.
whatever. Who is stabbing you? I'm like, what is really going on?
So to answer your question, it may or may not have been a Mexican.
Have you been to
gentleman.
jail?
I haven't. But I did my research on stuff that I sent to the
Right.
chat that you gonna visit.
I have not.
I have not. I've been to counties.
I've been
And
to
if you want to
county.
be technical, I have been to prison to visit my father. So back to what I
That's
was
not the
saying.
same.
Back to what I was
You got vending
saying.
machines.
White 100 was on the phone with someone, and he reported that Tory may or may not have been stabbed by a Mexican. And everybody in the prison was actually
Mexican.
shocked at what happened because he didn't have anything going on to answer
don't have no enemies.
Laugh's question.
Let me take it a step further.
Reverse
the fact,
psychology of
because I don't know
demographics.
how many minutes you get on the prison phone, but to create fucking whole albums across a prison phone, my nigga,
You get mostly 12 minutes.
somebody is donating some time or something.
No,
No,
niggas
you
was
can
mad.
call back to back as long as you pay for it.
Oh,
as long as
okay.
you got GTL.
Yeah, as long as you got the money on your,
GTL.
what is it?
GTL,
I wish I
JPay,
had
and all
a
that.
camera.
JPay, there you go.
Got it.
GTL was before JPay. JPay is the new form
Oh yeah,
of
he
it
is a
all.
nigga with money. Let's
Which-
be real.
You still can't even see
Trisha,
it.
I'm
at the
gonna come
end of the
back to
day.
your comment, I promise. Yes, Vig. Vig says Jerry gaslights. I absolutely do.
He been in jail properly.
I haven't.
No,
visit.
who commented?
Vig?
Vig ain't
Don't
been
put
in
that
no
on
jail.
Vigatron.
Vig.
Well, call and defend
I
yourself.
hope Vig ain't never been in jail.
Look,
Not calling
I
defend.
know I be gaslighting.
you do. I like it.
Look, it gets the people going.
Child.
Def Hardy says Will
So,
does have a point.
He lying on
Yes, it
faith.
does.
You know.
When I gotta lie, I'm not lying about anything.
You know
Don't
you
be
lying.
honest about it.
You said it's for entertainment. Entertainment is usually rooted in evil.
Okay.
Ooh.
The devil can sing. Good.
You seen Sinners?
I have.
Right.
And he wasn't doing anything in the devil's name. The devil just came
Well,
to it
the
because they was
devil
attracted
would
to it.
disguise
Can I just put
himself
this
in
on?
beautiful
Can I put this
ways.
on record though that I still believe that Sinners should be a musical. I hope whoever does it writes it well.
That would be beautiful as a
They should
musical,
be emo.
especially with the musical elements
Shout out
already.
to
Exactly.
Ludwig
Yeah.
Göransson. I'm
Dark
telling you.
woven
humor.
inside
You do a
of
prequel
it.
and you could do a prequel of it, like when they're in Chicago. They get there and you can do a sequel of the development. You can make it,
All
it could be
right, it's
beautiful.
gonna fuck around and be a whole.
And shit, you could even
universe.
do a prequel of when they were there and then went to Chicago.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we in
Yeah.
Ohio. We already scary.
So
Lord.
Dave Chappelle, the poor whites.
Thoughts and prayers. But I want to go back to Tristan comment because he said, how do people get to know their bodies if people aren't aware of it?
It's not people's job. It's yours.
But how do you get to know your body if you don't know you're aware of it?
By being unaware.
Well, I would say the first thing is, the quickest way, three simple ways. One, change your diet. Learn what your body can and cannot eat. What can your body, what does that do? That's the first way to learn your body. Second one is actual physical activity. So stretching, working out, yoga, whatever it may be. And then 3, go get a massage. Sometimes learning a professional touch is really a great way because they learn your body.
For massages.
But that means something though, right? Even being ticklish, that means that you're hyper aware. You're internally hyper aware.
That's why
and
I
so
don't
it's
like
also
when
that's also a moment of trust, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's a trust thing too. So it's learning how to find trust before touch, right? You should never touch before you get trust, right? And so you might have to work with like a massage therapist and only do like 10 minutes first, or start with my hands only, right? And or start with my shoulders only, and only do that, like not do the whole body.
Yeah.
Right. And so like do like reflexology first, or
because don't touch my feet. I might kick you.
So train the mind.
Yeah, you have to train trust.
I already know 60 minutes is my max. So.
Well, people,
Fight or flight.
I do 90 minute, or I do 120 minute now because I'm able to be still in that space. But it's me learning how my body needs to be still, right? Learning how I think during that time. So it's really important to get into that. It really is.
It is. Because the massages are life changing.
It is.
Big said he's never been to prison, jail, detained, nothing. Fuck out of here. That was for you.
I know that's
I've only healed people in those places. I've never actually been myself.
Probably done been in prison.
I said properly. I mean, a hit dog will holler. So you can imagine how that
Alone.
Oh my God.
feels. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
God, cut it out.
It's that month.
Mars on a switcher.
It's that month.
To mess with people's mental.
We're here to play with it, so let's figure it out. Because if it can be fondled with, it means it's a problem.
Oh Jesus.
Because
Fondled.
can't nobody shape you or make you who you are. It's up to you. If I become offended by something, that a hit dog or holler, like I said, that's up to you. You feel hit, you hollered. Why did you scream?
See, that makes sense, but it also is not realistic to hurt and pain.
Right. And
right.
It
Ideally, no.
Subjective.
Ideally, no. But then emotionally, when you're in the thick of it, and when you're in the moment of it, you will feel powerless, right? Like you will, like a lot of times when
That's
you're in
personal.
her space,
Take it to Jesus.
you put yourself
That's
in
what
a
the
child's
altar
place.
is for.
It ain't that personal because a lot of people act out in emotion.
Emotions are meant to be expressed. It's when you don't is when it becomes a problem. A lot of times we repress our emotions so much that it comes out as awkward or irrational behaviors.
So what makes it awkward?
What is that?
What makes it awkward? Because that could be a personal perspective.
Awkward means that you don't feel like you're accepted to be present in the moment.
So you could be wrong.
Okay. You could be wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh,
unfortunately,
y'all wrong. Sorry. I had to be. You gave it to me. I took the
that was
bait.
good though. That was good.
Okay. But I don't mean it. But I do.
Mars on the switches and we're all wrong.
Mars on the switches, ladies
Miss
and gentlemen.
Smith
Everybody
says go
wrong.
to the doctor and get your numbers, i.e. lab tests.
I know
Look,
that's right.
Download FanDuel. Put your numbers on there.
Numbers don't lie.
You might
Numbers
win
do
something
not
from
lie.
it
Numbers don't
emotionally.
lie.
numbers do not lie. And look, as somebody who is actively going to the doctor about 2-3 times a month, that is just as important as doing the stuff that numbers don't measure.
Can they not measure?
No, it's stuff that even mental health. There's
Yeah.
no way to numbers cannot measure
Right.
measure that, but
Because the
It's
spectrum can
extremely
be
important.
defined.
it's extremely
You just own it.
important.
I have a question for y'all.
Okay.
We might have an answer.
I hope so, because it's not too crazy. I'm curious. When do you feel like things are done and you can move on? When do you ever feel done with something Is it because it's like too much, or because you just feel like you can't do anything else? Like
You should be
know
never
it.
done. You should always want to be understood, or you should always want to understand. Because that's the difference between what we would say what biasness is. Right? If I can set my biasness aside, then I could probably answer that question. But I said properly, to be able to build myself to come to the answer of that, you have to know what biasness is. What are your biasnesses? Biases.
Biases, yeah.
So you got no camera. But you have to actually ask yourself those questions, and it only makes sense to you. Maybe what I'm saying makes sense to me, and that's how I get to that answer. That's how I'm able to, or I feel that.
So
I'm
you
able,
remove your biases or
I constantly try, because the more you know, the less you know. Because the more I'm aware of, okay, there's a biasness here. Now I'm aware of, let's try to eliminate that. So, so what I can say or how I feel in the moment of what we're discussing, we have to come to a
neutral, really objective moment, really.
But that's very hard to get to.
Right. Most people don't even have that capacity.
Yeah.
I said, do you want to answer next?
No, I want you to answer next.
Well, answer to your question. I feel like I do so many things. So yes, I feel done with something. For instance, I feel like I'm done with the setup of this podcast, right? To the point where I'm ready to set up your individual podcast, we're done here. We're gonna come back and do this every week. Now, how do we do something? Do something else.
Do something else.
We're gonna have this. We're always gonna have
That's
this.
all
I
we
feel
want.
like I'm done here. That's so yeah. I feel done. When I create music, I feel done. I can do something else now. I can move on to something else. Once I arrange it, once I get the sounds, the levels, and everything, I am done. I can go to the next song and be done there too. Like, I like to complete things.
Do you feel done within what you're saying?
Sure.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
So are you? Go ahead.
So for me, how I would answer your question is, I know I'm done with something when my mental and my body is telling me that I have reached my max in that situation. Where while it's always a point where you can learn things, in any situation, you can never not learn stuff. When I hit my limit, because I always align. Like, I don't know when, I can't, but
What's
our
your
bodies
limit?
know.
I
I don't know until I reach it.
But explain what you don't know, because that's the thing
That
where
wasn't part of the
exhaustion.
question.
No, that's so when you can acknowledge your
Well,
own
neither was
exhaustion.
the part of continuously learning, but here we are.
Well, that's how y'all chose to answer it. So
No, I didn't say
I like
anything
your
about
answer.
learning. That's how both of y'all.
No,
chose
because
to
I
answer.
gave a very clear
It's-
answer. He asked us one, how do we know our limits? And I said, I know my limit when my mind and my body tells me that I've reached that limit.
So it's interesting though, because looking at all three of you, so yours is a physical awareness, yours is an emotional, your emotional awareness, yours is a mental awareness. So your body, mind, heart. It's just so interesting.
yes, that
But
is one and the same.
how would you know if you're truly healed? What do you mean?
It's up to you.
No, this is a question in the comments. I don't know.
It's up to them.
Probably for Dr. Will here.
I mean, I know, but
How you know when you're truly healed?
It's probably going off the back of what he said before he asked the question.
Yeah.
I can keep it simple. You can either test it or you can make it a lifestyle. So you can test your healing by going back to that same environment and being able to recognize, am I still triggered? Can I speak up for myself? Can I stand in this space that I used to and be okay with this? It's like going to a scary movie, right? For the first time, you're scared about it, but then you go see it the second time, it's not as scary, right? Because you understand it. So if you can do that, that's a really great way to know and objectively figure it out. But then also you have to make healing a lifestyle. So hopefully what you've learned about yourself, what you've grown through, you can actually make your new awareness a lifestyle rather than a finish line. My whole thing is I'm trying to erase the finish line of healing and making it more of a journey. So for me, healing is a lifestyle. It's not a finish line.
Like a lifelong learner.
Yeah. I don't want to run a mile. Let's say walk a mile in my shoes and see what I'm like. Okay. But like, I want you to get new shoes. Like you don't need those shoes anymore. You can buy new shoes. So like, why not? So a lot of us want to put on old shoes and think we earn something. I don't like those people. Like I call those like trauma badgers, where like they just use their trauma as a badge to be able to treat people how they want to treat them.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's wild. It's like, yo, like, okay, we get it.
Right.
Like you don't have. Like,
So don't walk the path too long and choose another.
Can't. It's a lot.
He says so. A journey with no destination.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not the journey. It's the company you keep. Right.
Keep discovering.
Right. It's like self-discovery is the greatest form of healing. Self-discovery. Like my job is not to heal you. My job is to help you discover yourself again. Right. So, yeah, I'm offering you self-discovery and hope.
What if you do have a destination though?
You'll go there, but you won't stay there.
Okay.
To have a destination is to be done, right?
Exactly. And then that's why I go
Right.
from one destination to the next
Yes.
destination to the,
'Cause
that's what I
you're
meant.
never
I'm
done.
like, no one said anything about
mission is
learning.
never over.
I'm learning the growth. You hear it in the music. I thought I was done with this one song back then. I'm probably terrible back then, but it was done. Now,
It's done.
now it's a different done.
Exactly.
There's
Done
levels
changes.
to the
Your done
doneness.
changes.
This level.
It's a new level. It's a new band, a new sound. Cadillac Records.
Thank you. You know,
That's what you're saying. I get it.
Jerry Style.
It is kind of like record.
I'm looking for a new sound.
It's a whole new groove.
A whole new groove.
turn your wig around.
Right, turn it around. Get your perm, burn the ears off.
That's when you started. I turned the soundtrack on the other day. Me and Mars was on the phone while I was at work.
No,
And
right.
he was talking about Dream Girls, and I literally just turned the soundtrack on. It's just like, man.
Because you know I got Tourette's.
Yeah.
And I say random shit.
We all do.
We
We
are
are a family,
Yeah.
like a giant
Just
tree,
the whole thing.
Effie.
branching out towards the sky.
Dreamgirls is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
We
So
make you
Trisha
happy.
wants to know who heals the healer. Oh, my cup is empty.
Who heals the healer?
Do we have
Who
more?
heals the healers?
Who heals the healers? Is it
The
not
village.
other healers?
It's the village. It's everybody. If you know you need healing, you can find a healer. Sorry, I'm done.
I mean, that's a beautiful question. It's a little,
Waited.
yeah, because I think of it in 4 different ways.
Take
So-
your time.
So I was trying to answer it in one way, but I'm not trying to answer it in 4 different ways. So what heals the healer is the other healers, the wounded,
The
I don't know if I want to say it. For this, I'll just say those other healers and those that are wounded, because many times healers that are really good healers are often aware of their own wounds, and it's important to understand that when I look at another healer, I know that they're suffering from something, and when they're helping other people, they're trying to find themselves to other people too.
Relatability.
Hey,
Right.
Mom. Thanks for stopping by.
So it's important to know what is it that you're trying to, what are you really trying to get through, right?
Right.
And a lot of times healers, when they realize what they're healing from, they're able to expand their capacity to hold space for other people.
Are you healing right now?
Oh yeah, completely. Oh yeah, and I have my 2 therapists. I have life coach. I have, Angel, of course. I have my daughter, right? Like they're healing me too, right? Like, and so for me, healing is such a weird word because for me, I see healing in everybody. Like me learning you, me learning you, me learning you. It's all I'm healing by watching you. So I call it a broken mirror system where we're all fragments of each other. And so there's a part in you that I have to see a part in me. If I'm healed enough, I can see what it is. I can see the lesson that you are. right? Which also means if you leave my life, you're not a loss, you're a lesson. No one ever really leaves, right? And so when you see people as lessons and not losses, it changes the way you look at life. So
You own crystals?
so that's kind of
It does.
You own crystals?
yeah. I also have my own
Okay.
rocks. So
So you believe in that fractal?
everything.
Okay.
Everything. Yeah, everything matters.
It does.
And then some.
And then some. Oh, it's the third quarter. Up by 8. Okay.
Well,
I've been watching it heavily.
don't look.
No, they've been barely holding on to this lead.
If I look, I might lose.
Right.
So keep
It's
it
in
up,
the mirror.
Cav. Just keep the lead. That's all that matters.
They'll lose.
You got it when it hits
fourth
0.
quarter, they'll lose.
Stop! Don't even put the energy in the
Oh,
air.
wait, Marsh, you said something about the village. Yes,
village.
villages also. So it's important to have your village. So who heals
Yeah.
the healers? Village. So a lot of healers have villages. Some of the best healers I know have
All right,
villages.
village. Yeah.
Some of the worst healers I know do it on their own. So you have to be strong enough to be vulnerable. And
That's the key.
That's
It
the
is
thing.
hard.
That's the key.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That is the key.
hard.
To
So,
be
yeah.
vulnerable. Because it's so hard living in a world, no matter how you see it, how you experience it, no matter who you are, you're going to go through that moment where I feel like I don't belong. Or I feel like my thought process or
so
my
isolating.
analogies, they seem to, exotic. And we have to get to the point where it's just like, okay, it is, but talk about it. Because when you talk about it,
We have to normalize healing.
we have to normalize
Yeah. We have to
normalize it. Talk, but the
yeah.
only way to do that is to talk about it. Because
Yeah.
once you talk about it, you realize, hey, I relate to you.
Right.
Hey,
And what it's trying to
I'm
do
the same way.
Trauma isolates you. Right. Exactly.
I've been hiding, and you were so brave.
Mm-hmm.
It gave a millimeter of braveness, just that millimeter of braveness, and said when I spoke about when I had adopted anxiety, and once I lived it, I had to realize everybody has it. But now I'm expressing that these are the moments where I'm having them. And then once you express it, you find out you're not alone.
You're not alone.
You're not alone. You're
Exactly.
not by yourself.
Exactly.
I feel, you feel what I feel. Hey, we agree. You actually, it's representation.
I call that secondary healing. So me able to see the healing on you allows me to see the healing on myself. So if I watch you in your healing process, if I hear your story, then I'm also able to see the healing that I'm capable of. And we don't talk about that a lot. We always talk about seeing people's traumas, their traumas, and you're always pointing fingers and just, like Spider-Man type of situation, And so I love the fact that we can also do that with healing too. So I think that's the new wave. That's the new wave.
We should do that more. People out there in the universe highlight the growth and the healing and the people around you and your tribe around you. This is beautiful. This is amazing. Shout out to Lab for creating a safe space.
And shout out to the podcast and shout out to it's we give afterthoughts because this is
I want to say I'm very
pay-per-view.
thankful. I'm very thankful though because Jerry, I really appreciate the fact that you have reached out in a way that was always inviting. I appreciate you always being warm about that because I don't really get that from people. So I appreciate.
we get Jerome. We don't get that neither.
it's surprising that
He knows that.
But yeah,
And I appreciate
I'm trying
that.
to retire Jerome. That's where I'm at.
No, we liked it. We just met him.
All parts are welcome. So, but
We
all
like
parts are welcome.
Jerome.
I like that I know that he's there and he's tough,
Yeah.
but I don't like that that's my persona.
We don't need Jerome.
I don't
know why
I
y'all
check
you be
Jerome.
showing
I
Jerome.
don't need
Jerome.
Jerome until I need Jerome, but that's
And I don't know why you would need Jerome with us. I think.
But
And so
hold
when
up,
we
but-
meet Jerome,
But I also want to say it, Lav. I appreciate the fact that you have an awareness that people don't see all the time. You see things ahead of time,
I've been.
I told you this.
you have a real force. Your language is foresight, so you speak things way ahead of their time.
I was gonna say I'm a planner.
Yeah, and so like people may not always catch up with you, and so I hope you have grace in that process because you may see things more than you want to see them, and then
I've dealt with it all my life.
So I just really appreciate the fact that I hear you before you even say it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
And Marshall, I just want to acknowledge the fact that you live in passion.
I do, and I feel it, but I also feel it so much more when you're explaining to her.
Oh my God.
He
does.
It's very reciprocal. It's very full circle. And that's why before we went live, I was like, this is going to be a very powerful episode. These are conversations that people don't have. And it's so real. Like,
yeah,
mental health is real. Like, I didn't have anxiety 12 years ago.
Same.
Maybe I'll be like, hold up, what's happening here? I need to take a step back and reevaluate not even the situation, reevaluate me, because I can be the problem.
Right.
I really can be. I am that, and I'm here to fix it. I may not know how to do it. I may not know how to be the solution, but the fact that I'm aware, like you said, the laugh, you're at. I say this all the time. When she explained herself and her personal life, I'm like, you're so ahead of facing the problem that it's already solved.
Yeah,
it's just now you're just uncomfortable with that. You have the ability to do
waiting
it.
for it to catch up, waiting for everybody else to catch up, waiting for everything around her to catch up.
And that patience, that tolerance, that endurance is a whole nother level.
God is speaking through you. Yeah. It takes a lot to be spoken through.
That's why I have a problem with procrastinators. I'm like, now listen.
Come on.
If I already showed you the fucking plan, why are you sitting on your hands? And
don't ask me my opinion.
That pisses me off. Like I'm showing you how to do it. Just do it.
Don't discard it. Don't. You don't have to agree with it. I'd rather you argue with me with my ability to give you what you're asking me for. I'm okay with giving you that. And I'm okay with you disagreeing and saying, hey, it don't work. But be constructive about it. Why don't it work? Because you asked me.
This is why I do my best to try to listen.
He's a great
And I've listened.
I don't ask a lot.
Some of us have listened enough. People need to understand the truth is the truth. Some people have listened enough.
I wasn't listening enough, but then I got a laugh in
How
my
much
life.
listening need to be done?
Besides, like my mom and my sister, I feel like she just always had that. I need to listen.
You
to
feel
her.
like you're
like she just. I need to listen. So I listen.
So walking ancestor,
which I appreciate. Because
I push her buttons all the time. I'm the little brother that she would never get in the way of. That's why I love gaslighting her and pushing her buttons because I want my friend to get worked up. I want my friend to get worked up and get out of that shell. Yes, go off on these niggas.
But
you see it. You see the train
what's that rooted in?
And tell them they stupid in it.
But principle one of my healing modality, the action is never the reason. You don't do it to push buttons. You
told us this last year.
You don't push buttons to push buttons.
I know.
It's the security of knowing that you're there for me.
Yeah.
You want the security.
And I'm gonna always be there. And that's why he's able to press my buttons like that.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
He could be Team Meg all the fuck he want. I don't give a fuck.
I'm the king button presser up in this motherfucker.
Oh, here he go.
Mars on the switches.
Mars on the motherfucking switches.
I'm gonna charge it up.
Put some respect on his name.
Wind him up.
Oh, they got the lead. Lord.
Oh.
Well, it was only a matter of time.
Turn them off. It's over.
Ooh, turning TV off. Turning TV off.
Where
my fan door at? I should have went for other things.
Stop it. So,
do you have anything else? We about 2 hours.
Do y'all got anything else?
No.
I did most of the talking and asking the questions. Y'all dabbled.
And Jerry did everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
and I'm cool with that.
And they talk about our gaslight. All right, well, this was episode 270.
I'll tell my murderous story in Afterthoughts.
Right,
Will you be staying with us for Afterthoughts?
I don't know. Am I invited? Or?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Always. That was episode 270. I'm just Jer. She's the Lucky Laugh. He's Mars on the switches. He is Dr. Motherfucking Wheel. Follow him. hit him up for help. Hit him up for instrumentals. Hit him up to come perform. I don't know.
make
He heals
customized
you
healing
in
frequencies
so
for people.
many different ways. I can confidently say that he is legit one of my favorite guests to have on the pod. Like, cause it's just, he's one of my favorite people that I've ever met. To be
for
honest.
sure.
The first time I met this man, he let me run my fingers through his hair because I politely asked him.
I'm so glad you did. Most people don't.
Like,
Usually most black women just grab my hand like, is it real? I'm like, rude.
as soon as I saw it, I was just like, oh, we friends on Facebook. I've always wanted,
like, that's rude, and that's rude for you as a black woman. Like, you should
I
know.
thought we understood, but you
Right.
just came up and just kindly asked.
Yeah, so no, shout out to him.
Like last year's thing was the fact that you never touched my hair. See, remember that?
I do.
Have I touched it
Your
since
memory is
then?
amazing.
Oh no,
Have I touched it since then?
I guess.
Oh wow.
I guess.
Oh, wow.
I guess you did.
I just flicked it at Top Golf when we were walking in the parking lot.
You can't because it was up.
When you go to
The lies.
when you lost against me,
Are you sure?
or
Well, it was the parking lot.
My hair was up,
Okay, I'll give you that.
so I don't know how you flicked it if it's up.
But I flipped it in the
Yeah.
parking lot. I thought it was
You
Top
can't flip
Golf.
it like
may not be
this.
Top.
This ain't
it
no.
might not
You
be
can't
Top
flick
Golf.
it. I don't know who's.
because I won.
It could have been my sister's. Her hair was down.
There you go. See
It was she came last
to the
and told us
top
up.
golf. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I've touched your hair since then.
Go. Let him win, Leah.
I got it. No, I'm learning to do that.
Will
been
is
doing-
Do that.
thinking he does. He does. So shout out to you, sir. Thank you
shit.
again as always for your time and for saying yes to be in our space.
I'm so happy to be
The
here.
doctor.
Yes, we appreciate you. So as always.